Hey, 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 it is Canada Day. And today, Canada Day special. All right, well, welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name's Graham Wilson, and I'll be talking to you about traveling on long weekends from my basement. All right, well, I was looking at the newspaper, well, online. I was checking it out, and apparently this weekend, Canada Day is it's pretty busy. A lot of people losing their luggage. Well, I'm not losing any luggage here in my basement. I don't know. I might do some laundry later and might lose a sock, but I can live with that. So, yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a mess out there at the big airports. And that really got me thinking of when I went traveling one time on a long weekend with a buddy of mine he's an airline pilot now, and he had a buddy pass that he could see, and he said, "Hey, let's go fly out to Halifax and go visit these people." So I was like, "Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it was a while ago, and I was in between jobs, so I had time to spare, getting the old pokey checks." So yeah, it turned out okay. He got the buddy pass, and he was in Thunder Bay at the time. I was living in Sudbury at the time, so I think I got it right. We met up in Sudbury, hung out there, and then we flew to Toronto, then to Montreal, stopped, picked up people, and then out to Halifax. So, anyways, like John is his name. John was saying, "Hey, let's go out and visit Jory and Melanie out in Halifax. It'll be cheap. Oh, it's nothing. It's." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. It always costs more than you think it will." And he's like, "Oh, no, no, it'll be like, just whatever drinks we have out at the bar. It'd be something you'd be spending the same amount of money as staying in Sudbury." I was like, "Well, okay, but I have a feeling he's wrong about this, but okay, what the heck." So we went out there, had a good time out in Halifax, and then on the way back, and Halifax really is a very cool town. It's a real party town, great music, great bands out there. Those East Coasters, boy, they know how to play their guitars and sing, and very musical people. Always had a great time in Halifax. St. John's is a good party town too. But anyways, yeah. So on the way back, we were flying standby, and because whenever you do these airline guys, they all fly standby, and if there's room, you get on the plane, and it's a freebie. So, or I think it was like $20 for your guest, or there's some nominal fee there. And so we're in Halifax, and we're gonna come back, and he had to work the next day in Thunder Bay, I think it was. And so we were waiting around, and the girl at the desk says, "Oh yeah, just wait over there." And then we see our plane like pushing back, and we're like, "Wait a minute, are we supposed to be on that plane?" So we go check it out. No, the plane was full. It's like, and then we were like, "What?" So we got to wait for another plane, and she says, "Well, yeah, it's pretty busy. It's Thanksgiving traveling." And then my buddy and I look at each other. We're like, "Oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. Didn't even know." Like, that's one of the things that if you're actually working as a pilot, like you don't, the holidays kind of don't matter because you're just. I'm sure it's the same as if you're like I don't know, working as a nurse or some production facility where it's 24/7 production on some kind of continental shift. But yeah, pilots never know what day it is. It's like, oh, it's Christmas. No, it's Monday. I got a flight at I got a flight in 20 minutes. Oh yeah, Christmas. I got to text somebody. So yeah, and then we're looking. Oh man, Thanksgiving. How are we going to get back? We got to connect all over the place. We had to go to Toronto, and I think we were changing planes in Montreal that time, and then going to Toronto, and so we eventually made it back to. We got on the next plane, and then we got it to Toronto, and then after that, the planes were totally full going back to Sudbury, and he didn't have a plane going back to Thunder Bay either. So here we are in Toronto Island. What do we do, right? So, okay, so as it turned out, there's just a few seats left, and none of them could be used for standby. I guess they limit how much can be on there. So I ended up buying a one-way ticket to Sudbury, and actually, that kind of sounds like a blues song or something. One-way ticket to Sudbury, or Stompin' Tom maybe. But yeah, so So, anyways, I ended up paying some money as I knew I would, but that's okay. I had that in the budget, and I forget how much it cost. That was at the time. I think it was a couple $100, something like that. Just to answer your question, Seferdine Squib. And there will be no prizes today, unfortunately. So yeah, so uh, flew back to there, and then so my buddy John, he had to get back to Thunder Bay, but there was nothing coming back from Toronto Island, so he had to get out to Pearson, and he could only jump seat. Uh, and so if you're in the jump seat on Air Canada or something, then you got to put your uniform on. So he had to go to the bathroom, change out his uniform, get a taxi, go out to Pearson, get out there, and he did make it back to Thunder Bay. I made it back to Sudbury, and then Sudbury, from downtown Sudbury out to the airport, there you're paying like $35 for a taxi ride. It's like super far out, and yeah, it's probably as bad as Edmonton or something. But yeah, so anyways, we made it back home, but what a pain in the butt on the way back. So just a little short happy Canada Day. Actually, I got my flag behind me here. Probably should have put it over there. Oh well, I got my my Canadian red shirt on today in honor of Canada Day. So there we go. So everyone made it back. Cost a little bit more money. Travel on the weekend. So my tips for you would be, okay, number one would be know when the long weekends are. And hey, Adam Thomas. Hey, how's it going, Adam? Yes, very patriotic. Yeah, it's like that's. I'm pretty sure those are like parrots from Nunavut. And then I think these are like British Columbia palm trees or something like that. I'm not too sure. And yeah, so number one tip is know when it is going to be a long weekend. Very, very handy. You know, my grandmother used to subscribe to the newspaper, and remember the old newspaper used to get delivered. It was actually made out of paper. And Grandma Wilson, she used to. I went and visited her once, and she said, "Oh, I don't even know why I do this half the time. It's just so I know what day it is." And, now that I'm kind of semi-retired, I can kind of understand. But okay, know when the long weekends are, and number two, don't fly on the long weekends if you can at all avoid it. And number three, if you are going to be flying on a long weekend, count on something to mess up. It's just right, make sure you got your phone all charged up, you got your laptop all charged up, make sure your credit card works. Do you got any backup in case your credit card gets declined somewhere? Oh, Adam Snow's in the house too. Hey, have a buddy with the Cherokee on standby. Yes, we know about how great the Piper Cherokee is, Adam. And yeah, so basically, if you, it all comes down to the old adage that everybody knows as a pilot. It's kind of cheesy, but I'll say it again. If you have time to spare, go by air. And yeah, so that's about it for the Canada Day special. I don't know. Now stand with me as we sing the national anthem. I'm not going to sing. Are you kidding me? You see my bad artwork of my Piper Tomahawk over here, and that's about how good my singing is too. My guitar is coming along a little bit more. So anyways, happy Canada Day, and we're going to shut her down right there. Have a great long weekend. I hope you're not flying. Okay, so we'll shut her down. Thanks for watching. Bye.